LA Knight made his return to SmackDown last night. We've got the latest on Edge's future, and AEW talent are pushing for a released WWE star to join the company. Stay tuned for the news. After he missed last week's SmackDown, he was pulled from the show due to COVID, and his whole segment was scrapped. It seemed like last week was meant to be quite a big week for LA Knight. I like when he does that point thing. It's good fun. He made his return on last night's SmackDown. Obviously, he missed last week's show. It seemed to be a big spot for him. There was plans, apparently, for him to be involved in the segment with John Cena.
Yeah, he was going to be in a dark segment, right? They were going to...
Well, it seemed it could have been a dark segment. It could have been the final spot. Cena was looking for a partner throughout the night and obviously didn't find one, and it was announced on Raw this week. Cena would take on Solo Sikoa and Jimmy Uso in a handicap match at Fastlane.
To be honest, he's John Cena.
He's Super Cena.
Yeah, the guy took out all of the Nexus, didn't he?
He did. Oh, God, I like to forget that one. But LA Knight made his return last night to save John Cena from a beatdown at the hands of the Bloodline. Cena made his way to the ring, saying that if he couldn't find a partner for Fastlane, he will take them on in a handicap match. As Sam said, he is Super Cena. Yeah. He could take them all on himself. But the Bloodline made their way to the ring and started to beat down Cena, despite, they've got the numbers advantage. But LA Knight made the save.
Yeah.
What a pop.
So it was like Jimmy came down. He was the first to sort of jump Cena. Cena dropped him quite quickly, and Solo got in. And then, very quickly, LA Knight's music hit. And the roof blew off the place. Yeah,
it was loud, as we've come to expect from LA Knight, and the reactions he gets from the crowd. I just, thinking back to Money in the Bank, that was the loudest pop of the whole weekend was LA Knight making his way into the arena. And I assume that is the same in every single place. This place shakes. But he, of course, made the save for John Cena. He picked up the contract and then signed the contract to be John Cena's tag team partner at Fastlane, as John Cena reacted like a small child has been gifted a present they've been waiting for a very, very long time.
Yeah, Cena seemed very excited. Maybe it's just because they get to pick out matching cars to drive down to the ring with, because it is the car pay-per-view.
It's that one. Yeah.
So...
maybe they'll do that. I'm very excited to see the pairing off them. I think John Cena and LA Knight, it feels like a passing of the torch. Yeah. In a similar way when John Cena and Cody Rhodes had the whole lifting his arm and pointing at him. This will be a big moment for LA Knight. Maybe he's getting that sort of groomed for the next top spot.
It's what people want. It's what a lot of people want. So fingers crossed this is, the beginning of that, the rumblings of it.
They have to have him win, right?
Yeah.
They have to have Cena and LA Knight winning.
Unless Cena turns heel.
It's the Bloodline.
Cena
joining the Bloodline.
Cena joins the Bloodline, takes out LA Knight.
Let us know in the comments
That's
below.
what we're going to do.
Do you think they're going to...
Cena is the enforcer on the outside against The Rock at Mania.
It might have. Sam, you've booked things before. You've booked Goldberg winning belts and stuff. So
who do you think is going to be enforcing the other side?
Exactly. Well, let us know if you think LA Knight and John Cena is going to beat the Bloodline, or if it's going to be the other way around at next weekend's Fastlane. But we're sticking with Fastlane news because alongside LA Knight and John Cena's tag team pairing, more matches have been added to the card. The LWO will take on the Street Profits. This was set up on last night's SmackDown when Dawkins and Ford sort of were trying to impress Bobby Lashley. We saw last week there was a little bit of a butting heads between the new group, but they interfered in Rey Mysterio and Santos Escobar's United States Championship match, which is a shame because I wanted to see a really barn burner between them.
You'll see that eventually. You need to just keep putting the fire out a little bit here and there.
Well, we've got that tag team match. It's going to be LWO versus the Street Profits, which will be another fun one. It's strange. We're getting quite a lot of tag matches on the upcoming pay-per-view.
But we do have one non-tag match that's been confirmed here as well. Io Sky is going to be defending her Women's Championship in a triple threat match against Charlotte and Asuka. Asuka had saved Charlotte from a post-match beatdown at the hands of Damage Control and laid down the challenge which Bayley accepted, despite Sky not being very happy about it.
Yeah, Bayley really jumping in and going, yeah, we accept. And it's not her match. It's not her match to fight. She doesn't have to risk her Women's Championship. It's Io Sky's Women's Championship. Who do you think will walk away with the belt on that one?
As always, I see Charlotte Flair's name and I'm immediately terrified.
Right, but also it's Asuka.
Which I wouldn't be mad about.
Yep, that would be fun.
Yeah, maybe if Asuka wins it. But at the same time, I kind of want to see how much further we can move Damage Control without, doing this pending implosion spot.
Yeah, I don't want to see the group break up. That's the thing.
And stuff like fun. Bayley throwing somebody into challenges feels like we're starting to head toward that direction a little bit.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it? Well, hopefully That match, I would say, hopefully, it will be a great match.
Yeah,
also on the card, we've got the World Heavyweight Championship match. Shinsuke Nakamura is taking on Seth Rollins once again to challenge for the belt. So that's Fastlane is shaping up to be quite a good show next weekend. So make sure you keep an eye on that one. But we're sticking with John Cena just a second because DC Studios head James Gunn, the guy that the Guardians films, he's now the head of DC Studios, and he has announced that John Cena will be continuing with the role of Peacemaker when they do the reboot of the DCU. It's a lot of confusing stuff in the DCU.
Just make the long Halloween, lads. Just make the long Halloween. Just that one film would be class. I can't be bothered with grungy, sad Batman. Just give me the long Halloween.
I liked Robert Pattinson Batman.
Just give me the long Halloween. It's just a nice story. You do
John
it in
Cena,
a one-hitter. This is lovely.
And then done and dusted.
Make it like a film noir.
The last one was like David Fincher. It was good. It was really good. But John Cena will continue the role of Peacemaker. This new DCU reboot will kick off with Creature Commandos and Superman Legacy. I'm very excited for it. But we're going to stick with WWE. We've got an update on Edge.
We do indeed. So Edge's WWE contract is expected to have expired today.
Literally today.
And alongside being taken off internal rosters, according to PW Insider, he's now also been removed from WWE SmackDown intro video, and that's like deleting all the pictures after a breakup,
right?
That's like, you can tell that they're sat backstage, leave the memories alone. And they're just sat there just rubbing a picture of it,
single tear going down Triple H's face.
He's AEW bound, isn't he?
Triple H, yeah. Imagine he shows up, him and it's not Edge going to AEW, it's Triple H Wrestle Dream. Do we think, obviously a lot of speculation, do we think we're going to see Edge at Wrestle Dream tomorrow night?
Yeah.
You think so?
If his contract's up and all the talk and conjecture and hearsay are correct, then why not?
I think it could be possible. We've currently right now
big talking point in it.
Exactly. It's a big talking point coming out the pay-per-view right now on Cultaholic.com. Aidan Gibbons, our editor-in-chief, has a updating article letting you know everything we know about Edge possibly going to AEW.
Eric Bischoff's in the country, so why don't we do, just in the spirit of Eric Bischoff being in the country, why don't we do the Bret Hart thing with Edge? Have him come out at the start of the show and be like, oh my God, he's here, and he's going to be on the show tonight. And then he's actually just a special guest referee.
Just Adam Copeland.
Yeah.
Just being a special ring announcer.
He's like, I'm going to call it right down the middle. Yeah.
Well, just a special timekeeper. That's all he will be for the show.
Stands up, just waves, and then you never see him again.
That's
leaving with a burlap sack with an actual dollar sign just printed on it.
All the money. Perfect booking for Edge, possibly in AEW. But staying with AEW just now, according to a report from Fightful Select, talent within AEW are pushing for the company to sign Shelton Benjamin.
Not surprising at all, really.
Shelton Benjamin, me and Sam discussed it when the releases were happening. We discussed it last week. Shelton Benjamin is an asset to any company that he could possibly work for. He has got over 20 years in this business.
Yep.
He's one of the most underrated talents of all time.
And he's barely missed a step.
Right, and he's late 40s.
So many hats he could be putting on all at once.
Exactly, late 40s, and he still wrestles like he's in his early 30s.
Yeah.
He is fantastic, but the report notes that Shelton Benjamin has many supporters backstage in the company, with many hoping that he would join the company in some capacity. The report also states that even before he was released from WWE, talent in AEW had been pushing for the company to sign him, with rumours months ago suggesting his WWE contract was close to expiring, which ended up not being the case, but AEW were interested. AEW is reportedly currently looking to add producers to the company, which could be where he ends up. We're not sure if they're looking for full-time talent. We know that they do seem to welcome a lot of people in and have quite a big roster. But I think a producer plus on-screen talent would be a great role for him.
That's the thing. I think that there's a way you can do it without having to have such a rigorous schedule for him, I think, or you could maybe find different roles for him to be doing. But given his experience in the wider world of wrestling, like just, outside of WWE, if you take all of that into account, the guy has got, so much experience he can bestow upon people. So it makes sense that maybe a producer role would be looked at in some form alongside like in-ring.
I'll be very interested to see if he does show up in AEW. Obviously, he's got his 90-day non-compete to run out December 20th, I believe, is the final day off that. But I'm sure we will see Shelton Benjamin in some capacity staying within wrestling if AEW is quite high on him. Just to note, if you didn't watch the news video yesterday, we had a big announcement about Tom Campbell.
Yeah,
Tom Campbell.
Just a little massive, huge announcement. We had Joe Hendry pop up.
He did. He came out. We said his name, and he appeared, and it was announced that Tom is going to be ring announcing Impact.
The entire UK tour, including the pay-per-view.
What the hell?
Turning point.
Go and check that video out yesterday as well. Wrestle Dream is this weekend, so it's a big weekend. You can catch the predictions on the channel right now between me and Tom. This live stream will be up, our reactions tomorrow night at midnight, and you can get all the what happened at and all that usual stuff on the channel fairly soon after. We'll be back later on today with more wrestling news. See you later.